Hey guys, what is going on? Anthony here with Pistons Talk. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Hope you guys had a great weekend. What I wanted to do in today's video was look at the remaining free agents that the Pistons could possibly target. Because if you guys didn't know, the Pistons still have some cap space remaining. They have around 10 million in some change that they could possibly spend on maybe these remaining free agents. We're going to take a look at all these free agents that are available, talk about them a little bit, and maybe kind of explore what the chances are the Detroit Pistons go out and target these free agents. So one of the first free agents we're going to be looking at is Isaac Okoro. He's a small forward, plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. His free agent type is an RFA, a restricted free agent. Now, you look at his stats this season: 9 points, 3 rebounds, almost 2 assists a game. Shot 49% from the field, 39 from three, and 67.9 from the free throw line. I think if the Pistons were to get into possibly going after Isaac Okoro, what you would probably see from the Detroit Pistons and the Cleveland Cavaliers is this is going to be a sign and trade because of the type of free agent he is. He's restricted. So the Cavs are not going to want to just let him go for nothing. You'd probably see a sign and trade type of situation. You also have to ask yourself as a Piston fan, do we need another small forward? We just drafted Rod Holland. We have Asar Thompson. Malik Beasley can play a little bit of small forward if you need him to. You also have Tobias Harris can play anywhere in between a small forward, power forward. So that's the question you have to ask yourself. I think as a Piston fan, I don't think Detroit does this. I don't think they go after Isaac Okoro. Everything I've heard, it sounds like the Brooklyn Nets and Cleveland Cavaliers are working out possibly a sign and trade situation for him. But he is a free agent. He's one of the better restricted free agents that is still available out there. One of the next free agents we're going to be taking a look at is Marel Folz. He is a point guard. He played for the Orlando Magic this past year. You guys probably remember him. He was a very high draft pick by the Philadelphia 76ers a couple of seasons ago. This past season with the Magic, put up 7.8 points a game, 3.2 rebounds, 2.8 assists, shot 47.2 from the field, 22.2% from three, and 69.7% from the free throw line. And his free agency type is a UFA, unrestricted free agent, meaning he can sign with any NBA team as he pleases. He is not restricted. Now, I think when we talk about the backup point guard position, I've seen a lot of fans kind of transition all that Tyus Jones energy into Marel Folz as of late, and I get it. The team still does need a backup point guard. As of right now, we do not have a backup point guard to man the second unit. There's been a lot of conversations about Marcus Sasser, Jaden Ivey, who knows? Maybe they go out and sign a guy. This could be a guy the Pistons do look to sign, and I know the shooting numbers and the shooting splits probably aren't the most promising, but you do have Fred Vincent. Could Fred Vincent work with Marel Folz to get those percentages a little bit higher? Possibly. I think he's an option if you're Detroit and you're looking at the free agent market to bring in a backup point guard. Lonnie Walker is also a unrestricted free agent. This past season with the Brooklyn Nets, he put up 9.7 points a game, 2.2 rebounds, 1.3 assists, shot 42.3 from the field, 38.4 from three, and 76.3 from the free throw line. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, why would we want another guard on this roster when we have so many? Well, you never really know what's going to happen in an 82-game NBA season. Injuries are bound to happen, and we know as Pistons fans, we've had a lot of bad luck with injuries recently. You could bring in a guy like Lonnie Walker, probably fairly cheap, as an insurance policy just in case there is an injury, and he's a guy that can knock down three-pointers, play a little bit of defense, and score off your bench if you need him to. Personally, if the Pistons kind of want to buy low on Lonnie Walker and he happens to have a good season, it could be a good return and a good investment if you are the Pistons. Cedi Osman is also a unrestricted free agent. He plays the small forward position. This past season with the San Antonio Spurs, put up 6.8 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 1.7 assists, shot 47.9% from the field, 38.9 from three, and 67.3 from the free throw line. Again, kind of in the similar conversation we were having about Isaac Okoro. I think it's just a matter of, I think that the Pistons are pretty set on small forwards. I don't really think they'd be too interested in Cedi Osman, but he is worth mentioning since he is still an unrestricted free agent and hasn't signed with the team yet. THT, or Talon Horton Tucker, is his full name. He's a shooting guard this past season. He did play for the Utah Jazz, put up 10 points, 2.4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, shot 39.6 from the field, 33% from three, and 80.7 from the free throw line. Here's the thing with him. I know years ago when the Pistons had Derrick Rose, he was a player that the Pistons front office, when Troy was here, was reportedly high on. I don't really think there's a need for a Talon Horton Tucker in Detroit. He's still very young. If you buy the potential of him getting better as a player, I guess. But I think the Detroit Pistons are pretty set on the shooting guards that they did bring in this offseason so far. Dennis Smith Jr. is also an unrestricted free agent. This past season with the Brooklyn Nets, he put up 6.6 points a game, 2.9 rebounds, 3.6 assists, shot 43.5% from the field, 29.4 from three, and 74.1 from the free throw line. Now, I think when we talk about backup point guards, Dennis Smith Jr. and Marel Folz are the two guys that I think are the best available point guards to go target in free agency if you're the Detroit Pistons. You guys probably remember when Dennis Smith Jr. was here. The one thing I will say about Dennis Smith Jr., where I've seen the most progression, is on the defensive side of the ball. He's gotten a lot better since he has played in Detroit a couple of seasons ago. This is a guy that I think makes more sense to me personally if you want to go out and get a backup point guard in free agency. Doug McDermott is also an unrestricted free agent. He has not been signed yet. This past season with the Pacers, he put up 5.5 points a game, 0.9 rebounds, 1.1 assists, shot 43.3 from the field, 41 from three, and 57.9 from the free throw line. Now, they have him listed as a small forward as his position, but he could play in between a shooting guard or a small forward. I think he could kind of be a utility guy if you're Detroit, if you want to bring in another vet, if you want to bring in another elite three-point shooter. In my opinion, Doug McDermott has played for several NBA teams throughout his career, and one thing has always been common with him. The one skill that he has that I think a lot of fans would probably like is his three-point shooting, and that's all you would probably bring him in for, is just veteran leadership and spacing the floor for this young Detroit Pistons team. Jae Crowder is also an unrestricted free agent this free agency. He plays the forward position. He can play both small forward or power forward. This past season, we saw him slated in at power forward with the Milwaukee Bucks under Doc Rivers. This past season with the Bucks, he put up 6.2 points a game, 3.2 rebounds, 1.3 assists, shot 42.2% from the field, 34.9 from three, and 72.2 from the free throw line. Now, I know the Detroit Pistons this past season said that they wanted to bring in veterans. They wanted to bring in, more guys to help lead this team. They did that at the shooting guard position. They really didn't do that at the forward position. Now, I know some people may have some mixed feelings with Jae Crowder because there was a situation in Phoenix where he just would not play. He refused to play. But who was the coach at that time? I'll let you guys look that up. But honestly wouldn't mind if the Pistons went out and targeted a veteran like a Jae Crowder to mentor, Asar Thompson, Ron Holland, and other forwards on this team. Marcus Morris is also a unrestricted free agent. We talked about him last week. Apparently, the Detroit Pistons are one of several teams that are very interested in possibly bringing Marcus Morris to their team. This past season, he put up 6.4 points a game, 2.7 rebounds, 0.7 assists, shot 43.9 from the field, 40.3 from three, 81.8 from the free throw line, and he is an unrestricted free agent. I'm sure a lot of you guys are very familiar with Marcus Morris while he was here in 2016 under Stan Van Gundy when they went and won 44 games. Eventually did get swept by the Cleveland Cavaliers, but Marcus Morris is very familiar with the Detroit Pistons organization, and he opened up in a interview with the Philadelphia Inquirer saying that he would be willing to take a back seat to help young guys develop, and he just wants an opportunity to get some minutes on an NBA team. So he could be a player the Detroit Pistons do look to bring in as a veteran forward on this basketball team. Robert Covington is also an unrestricted free agent, you guys. This past season, he put up 4.4 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, 0.8 assists, shot 43.9% from the field, 33.9 from three, and 84.6 from the free throw line. This is another guy, he's kind of in a similar situation as Marcus Morris in terms of this is a vet that could come in and be a guy that the Pistons look to help guide these young forwards that we have in Asar Thompson and Ron Holland to help develop them and be their vet to try to help them get better each and every day. Don't really know if the Detroit Pistons are really interested in bringing in a Robert Covington in this stage of his career. Kind of seems like a guy that's probably looking to sign with possibly a contending team, in my opinion anyways. Let me know what you guys think of that list of possible free agents that the Detroit Pistons could target with the remaining $10 million in cap space. Do any of these free agents catch your attention? Me personally, I'm very intrigued of possibly what a maybe Marcus Morris, Dennis Smith Jr., or even a Doug McDermott may look like if the Pistons were to add them to their current roster. Talk to me down below in the comment section. I will talk to you guys down there. Like always, hope you guys are staying safe. Take care. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.